Hello, people of the internet. Welcome to Good Sports Podcast. My name is Hayes. I'm a What? I can't say my last name.
I mean, you haven't given last name so far.
Do I not usually give my last name? Okay, I guess bleep that out. Well, I'm Hayes. I'm a software engineer, and we are here today with an extremely exciting guest that we have been trying so hard to get on this podcast. And I also have a co-host. Who are you?
I'm M. The only interesting thing about me is I'm currently unemployed and moving to France in 20 days.
Vive la France! Vive la France! Oh, is it France or France?
In English, it's definitely France.
But if I say France, do you think it will, impress someone?
It'll make everyone instantly clock how annoying you are, yeah.
Okay, well, that's good, because they should know up front. Anyway, I'm so excited. This has been a long time coming. We have the world premiere submarine expert here on our podcast who has claimed that they know everything there is to know about submarines and also invented submarines.
Jules Verne got it from her.
Heard it here first, folks. Jules Verne's muse. Go ahead, introduce yourself. Who are you?
I'm Molly. I'm Jules Verne's muse, clearly.
Okay.
And I am a mechanical technician on a submarine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we have so many interesting questions for you, but Molly,
Yes.
before we ask you these questions, we have to ask you a preliminary question, which is, will you be a good sport?
Of course I'll be a good sport.
Okay,
Okay,
great.
we can proceed.
We can work with that.
Otherwise, this would be a minute and a half long
Yeah,
episode.
otherwise this would be our official shortest episode.
Yeah. I don't have to be good at sports, though, right?
Oh, we're
No,
not.
this is
Okay,
not a
fantastic.
sports-related
Great.
podcast. That has been a point of confusion.
Okay, very good. I mean, you have a football on your chest, so I was worried.
That's funny because this is actually a sports shirt that is about how sports don't exist.
I love this.
This is college undefeated football shirt because we've never had a football team.
Wow, that makes them a really good sport.
I know, right? Look how good my college was at sports. We don't even have them.
So good.
We've like transcended sports.
And you remain undefeated. You've
Yeah.
transcended sports while remaining undefeated. That's extraordinarily impressive.
Well, it's kind of like how the only winning move is not to play.
Right.
You know?
That's how I live my life, is I just
Do nothing.
do nothing, sit in a dark room, actually eating crackers.
And that's the submarine.
Yes, the submarine is very dark, but crackers,
Oh.
too many crumbs.
They
We
don't
eat-
allow crackers on submarines. You heard it here.
Yeah, no crackers on the submarine.
It's kind of racist.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of here for it, though.
So what
Our
are some...
affinity space submarine. I love that.
People will do anything for a safe space. These
God,
goddamn
I'm so
hippie liberals.
sick of these DEI initiatives.
Right, exactly.
What are some other surprising things that are not allowed on a submarine?
Things, oranges,
Okay.
Great.
Grapefruit?
grapefruit, no citrus.
No citrus.
No citrus on a submarine.
Why?
Oil. The skin has oil.
I'm really oily. Would I be allowed on a submarine?
Everyone has to shower in the morning before they get on the submarine.
That would be really hard for
That
you.
would be really hard for me.
I understand.
I
The
would
showers
be
also,
even later.
We do go in only with people on board, so we would wait for you.
Uh-oh.
You could hold up the whole production.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Just like this podcast.
Just like this podcast every single time we record.
I think I'm gonna have to start lying to Hayes about what time we're starting.
Yeah. Be like, oh, the library opens at 8 now. It's this new thing they're trying. So we have to show up at 8, and then I show up at 9:30 still.
Consistency is key.
Well, at least I'm consistently late.
Yeah.
I'm between 15 to 45 minutes late.
45.
Yes.
I have been 45 minutes late
45
before.
minutes late to an hour and 15 minutes
You know,
of recording.
I'm gonna roll us back and say that I heard a tinge of judgment in your voice.
I was more
45
surprised.
minutes?
I'd never heard of someone be 15 to 45 minutes late as sort of their average ballpark.
After prefacing that with, I'm consistent.
I'm consistently inconsistent.
Right, okay, that's a kind of consistency.
Well, I will say this. I know this is about submarines, but I do want to digress by telling you what happened the last time I came here.
Okay.
Please.
So I bought a parking spot because this time I was like, I'm not going to depend on rideshare. I'm going to drive myself.
Hell yeah.
And the public transit is not convenient for my house, so I have to drive or take an Uber here. So I reserved a parking spot on an app, and I scanned my little code to get into the parking garage. And then when I was going to leave, they wouldn't allow me to leave. So like I was scanning it and it wasn't working, and I had no signal, so I couldn't call anyone. So I was just like repeatedly pressing the call button on the thing. And I don't know if you've ever conversed with someone through a call button at a parking garage.
Certainly not, no.
It's not a pleasant experience.
Couldn't imagine it to be so.
And so I'm like, can you just come out and talk to me? And then he comes out. There's like 10 people behind me honking, by the way.
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
leave. And he was like, what are you, fucking stupid or something? I was like, oh my God, just let me out. And I'm showing him like the receipt, and he's like, well, you don't have a ticket, so I'm not letting you out. And I just look behind me at like all the cars that can't leave. And I just say, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. And I just keep repeating, let me out, let me out, let me out. And he lets me out. It worked.
That's really good. You basically put a spell on that man.
I just did it like I manifested.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you for that.
Thank you.
I would have cried.
I did later.
That probably
Well-
would have worked, though.
True.
Well,
I am a very little person.
it would have worked
Yeah.
if I did cry. Well, I don't know if it would have worked if I cried, but it would have worked if you cried.
Yeah, I'm very short. I actually got asked if I was an unaccompanied minor at the airport recently.
Oh my God! And
I
you were
was
like,
like-
"Bitch, I run the submarine."
I was like, excuse me, I'm the foremost submarine expert in the world.
on the planet.
In the universe.
Nobody knows
actually.
more about submarines than this bitch.
Seriously.
And on that note,
And on that note,
Yeah, please.
part of why we do this podcast is to confront people about the horrible things they've done.
Oh, sure.
So we've been friends for a very long time, and one of the worst things you've ever said to me is that you maybe knew someone who professionally scuba dives in Tubby Custard.
what?
Can you
That's actually true.
What is Tubby Custard?
can you explain what this means so that I'm not
It
burning
sounds like a
alone?
drag king name.
So Tubby, do you know the Teletubbies? Let's start
Yeah,
there.
okay.
They eat custard. It's
No.
this disgusting pink substance.
Custard?
Custard.
That's
Tubby
like their
custard.
Tubby, that's what they eat.
That's their sustenance.
That's their sustenance. It's
Ew.
horrific.
What is it made of? Like ground up?
No
pork?
one knows. And we can only
We don't know.
sit in silence and wonder.
I think it's
And-
time we start asking those questions.
You are brave enough. I'm not. So I do know someone who scuba dives in Tubby Custard.
Is it like the official Tubby Custard that is like filmed on the Teletubbies, or is it like a homemade concoction?
This is a homemade concoction from chemical companies. So they often have vats.
Ew.
Companies-
First of all, no.
Yeah, okay, exactly. So these vats of like chemical waste are like just a staple of chemical company processing plants. And these vats have drainage, they have mechanical assemblies that are like in them to help them drain and move on to be cleaned. And you can do a type of scuba diving known as hard hat diving, where you scuba dive professionally, but you're not in water. You're in like these sorts of disgusting
Ooh,
vats.
viscous liquid.
Yeah, so you get down there, you can't see very far.
Yeah.
If you can see at all.
Is it
It's
chunky?
Could be. You don't know what's down there. That's why we've called it Tubby Custard, because no one knows.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, so someone has done this. Many people do this. I have a friend who does this. He will remain nameless. His crimes are his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked up.
But your crime is telling me about this.
Yeah.
Right,
And you support
right.
this.
I mean, if we didn't do it, who knows where the Tubby Custard could wind up.
Yeah, because I'm wondering, like, how often are you unleashing this into our water?
Exactly.
Well, that's a question.
I
How
don't
often?
know. I think that it doesn't
Daily.
regularly go to the water supply.
Quarterly.
It goes to a treatment plant first. And if you don't know anything about wastewater treatment, I'm not the person to tell you.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
We need to get a wastewater treatment plant expert on.
You
on
do?
here.
I know some. I
Wow.
could get you some wastewater treatment plant experts.
Serious connections.
I'm an engineer, like a hard engineer, not like a software engineer.
Whoa, hold on. Again, let's roll it back. I heard a little more judgment in the voice about the software engineer.
No, I wish I could be a software engineer. I'm not smart enough.
What?
I only know.
You're talking to the person who showed up to a meeting yesterday and said, "I'm so sorry I didn't prepare an agenda. My job actually made me do something for the first time in a couple weeks."
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, I planned to do nothing yesterday, and the fact that I had to do something, I was offended.
Oh.
It was out of the ordinary. I mean, we have low periods, and then we have high periods where we have to
Right.
do stuff. The low periods recently have been more.
That's sort of the opposite of my situation, where we are busy every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would not work for me.
That's fair. I do get a midday nap, though, when we're on the ship.
Oh, you
Yeah.
get a nap.
Yeah, I get to take a midday nap.
I also get a nap.
Interesting. That's
They just don't know about it.
Oh, that's great. They
Yeah.
do know about my nap.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And is that something is just yours, or is this like standard practice for people?
It's standard practice. We get up at like 5:30. We get out there at like 5:30, depending on who's in
AM?
charge. Yeah.
Ooh.
The
Yeah,
day
no, it's
starts
early.
at 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Day
know.
starts at 5:30 a.m. We get out there, we get the submarine ready to go in the water, and then it goes in the water, and then we kind of like clean up until 10, and then from 10 until the sub comes back, we're kind of off, kind of not. If there's something to do, we come back a little early.
So you just unleash it onto the water and it kind of does its own thing.
Well, there are people inside of it.
Okay.
They're in charge.
So how many people can fit inside of the submarine at once, and have you like tried to push that?
So, I mean, I think that we could, if we took all that shit out.
Yeah, like all the shit that makes it run.
Not even that makes it run, like the computers that
Ew.
like we don't need that.
Hate 'em.
Do
The
we really-
science shit.
Yeah, the fucking science shit.
Ugh, so
like,
boring.
I think if we took all of that out, it's a 6-foot diameter interior sphere. I think we could get, and we're not worried about these people's comfort
Or safety.
or safety.
This is an elevator situation.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are putting them in there. I think we could get like 15 people in there.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's more than I thought.
yeah. Not comfortably.
No, not comfortable.
Yeah, but
Well,
I
that's
think-
part of it for me.
I think we could very reasonably get 15 people in there.
So this seems like a pretty small submarine.
Mm-hmm.
How do people feel safe in there, knowing there's whales out there and knowing how big they are?
So we've only seen like one whale.
Wow.
And it was
That's
really
shocking
far
to
away.
me.
We make a lot of noise,
Mm.
and so we kind of get left alone.
Can you do like an impression of the noise that you make?
Yeah, actually, hold on.
Oh yeah. That would repel me if I was a whale.
That's a pretty good impression of our thrusters.
If I heard that and I was a whale, I'd be like, ugh, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's definitely how the whales feel about us.
Yeah.
And honestly, the feeling is mutual.
Mm.
Yeah.
You're disgusted by whales?
A little.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
they-
a controversial opinion.
Like, I think they should live.
Away
wow,
from you.
thank you. The whale community, we have beef with now. Thanks a lot.
Save the whales, but just put them somewhere else.
No, not even that. Just like they can do their thing, I'll do my thing. I was in Alaska.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. I
For
have
work.
many questions.
For work.
Where in Alaska were you?
Work, Bering Sea. When they finally let me off the goddamn boat. Dutch Harbor.
Where
Which
the
is,
hell is that?
you know the Aleutian chain? All the islands?
Sure.
All
The
the islands?
Alaska smile.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
It's called the Aleutian chain. And it's
Okay.
just an island on the Aleutian chain.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Aleutian would be a great baby name for like a little boy.
I think you could make that a baby name for a little boy. You might encounter cultural appropriation of the Alaska Native peoples.
Real. That's so real.
But that's, up to you.
I could mess with the spelling.
Sure. Yeah, that makes it better.
Utian.
Well,
Aleutian.
you're saying this like you're going to subject it to someone else. You are trans. You could just make that
I
your
could
middle
make
name.
that my name. I could make that my first name.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
be kind of a sick for his name.
Again,
Yeah.
cultural appropriation issues. But
Oh, right now I'm named after Rutherford B. Hayes, so
Interesting
You
choice.
know.
The president?
yeah, I think he was president. I
yes,
should probably
he
look
was.
up.
So,
Yeah, anyways.
speaking of confrontation, we have some more follow-up
I
questions.
have a lot of questions for you. First of
yeah.
all, remember the scene in the Titanic?
Which one? I have seen Titanic many times.
That's perfect. I also have seen it many times.
Great.
One of my all-time favorite movies. So in the scene where they kind of fall into the water
Right,
and
okay.
the ship is broken in half
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, save us! Someone
us."
save us!
Right, yes.
Where the fuck were you?
Oh, I was in Cabo. My drink had a funny little umbrella.
Yeah.
This was back when I was drinking, so I wasn't a good person back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. If you drink alcohol, terrible person.
Terrible person, 100%.
That was really just for me. I'm a bad person when I drink.
Okay.
Because I'm a bad person.
Okay.
And it just sort of lets
It
you
amplifies
unleash
that.
that.
Yeah, it really just like takes off the safeties.
So you knew that Jack and Rose were drowning. And
I
you
did
were like,
know.
you know what?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be selfish today.
Yeah, that's really what happened.
Okay.
So, a follow-up question.
Yeah.
Were you still in your drinking era when the Titan submersible exploded? Where were you
Yeah,
then?
where were you then?
No, then I was
Or was that an
where was
intentional
I?
act of class warfare?
I think it was 2022
Maybe
or
I
2023,
think it was 23.
like the beginning of the year.
Oh,
for
I was
sure.
depressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that also made you a horrible person.
Yeah, that made me a terrible person.
And you heard it here. If you're depressed,
You're a horrible person.
That one, true.
I stand by that,
Yeah,
actually.
that one for sure.
I feel like if you're depressed, can't you just, like, stop being sad?
Exactly, and I should have.
Yeah.
But
I mean, a bunch of really rich people making really stupid choices exploding did make me happy.
imploding.
Oh, imploding.
There's a difference.
So the substance that was left over from the implosion, is that kind of similar to the Tubby goo that you were talking about earlier? Or does it just kind of disintegrate?
Low concentration, yes.
Low concentration.
So, like, if you were to take an eyedropper of Tubby Custard and put it in, like, a gallon of water, I feel like that's probably what happened.
Wow. So an implosion of Tubby Custard
Yeah.
is what they turned into. Are you afraid of that happening to you?
No, because we're really responsible.
You don't control your sub with an Xbox controller.
It wasn't
No.
even an Xbox controller. It was a Logitech off-brand.
No, it wasn't
You
even
use-
a name brand.
You use Switch controllers. That's how you know.
Oh no.
The joystick drift happens, and you're like, all right, fuck it, we ball.
Well, I'm sure they compensate for that.
We actually don't have a handheld controller. It's built in because we're that cool.
So, question,
Yeah.
when you're on the submarine, are you controlling it or do the people above control the submarine?
When you go down, you're in charge. That's true of sex as well.
We should make that our one of our catchphrases.
When you go down, you're in charge.
When you go down, you're in charge.
I
I feel
feel
like
like-
that's true.
I feel like-
Sometimes.
I feel like also that's a good like PR slogan of like if you control your own descent, you get a lot more mileage out of it than
Yeah,
if
that's true.
if something comes out about you. Like if you get ahead of it and you're like, actually, the Epstein report doesn't exist. You get a lot more mileage out of it.
Yeah.
Than
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Which
point.
we have, I feel like, done already. We've already crashed and burned, and we haven't even published our first episode.
Wow,
Technically,
when you go down, you are in charge.
we've gone down hard. We've have beef with the Catholic Church. We have
Good.
beef with Boston Public Library.
Already?
We have beef with. We've also, who is that person we talked about? No, but then there was another one that we talked about.
Oh,
We have started beef with a lot of people who are active on social media, which is great because neither of us are active on social media.
That's important.
So they can't get to us here.
Yeah.
It's kind of great.
our plan is to promote this podcast Tumblr account and YouTube account, and that's it.
That's it.
I
Maybe
mean,
like a
you would reach
mailing
me.
list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a mailing list, a physical mailing list.
Or, an email list? I love an email newsletter.
Yeah, like email spam. I heard spam is actually coming back around,
Oh,
interestingly.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
people
good
are
to know.
into it. It's like kind of vintage now
It is kind of vintage.
to get spam.
Speaking of vintage, some of my friends and I are becoming pen pals. Yeah.
Okay. Like physical snail mail.
Like physical snail mail.
Are these long distance friends or like local friends?
Due to the nature of my job, all of my friends are long distance friends.
Oh, okay. What? Oh, because you travel.
I travel a lot.
Wow.
Boat goes places. I go boat.
So who is the shady funding organization behind all of this travel and boating and subbing?
The Office of Naval Research. And
Okay.
the National Science Foundation.
And we just trust these people to send people into the ocean. That seems a little. I mean, who died and left the Office of Naval Research in charge?
And we're just asking
Actually,
questions.
a lot of people died. And so the Office of Naval Research, and particularly the Naval Sea Command, was like, we need to make rules about submarines.
And that was after your part in the Titanic.
There's a few. There's USS Thresher. That was a big one. Thresher, yeah.
Well, you're just asking for it if you name your boat Thresher
Honestly.
or sub.
If you name your sub Thresher, then
Yeah,
oh my
you're
God.
asking for it.
So So yeah, there's a lot of submarine tragedies occurred, and over time, and by we, I mean the Navy. I didn't really have anything to do with it.
You were off in Cabo.
Yeah, I was off in Cabo during my drinking phase. I have been alive for over 2,000 years, by the way.
Wow, 2,000 years.
Yeah, I don't actually know exactly how many, but definitely over 2,000.
Is that like a requirement for working on the submarine? Or...
No, they don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll cut that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just bleep the number of years.
The number
and
of
then
years.
Leave them guessing.
Yeah, perfect. That's fine.
Awesome.
They already don't know my birthday.
You're associated with the Navy on fraudulent papers.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent.
Perfect.
So are you part of the military-industrial complex, and how do you feel about that?
I guess I am adjacent to it, and it does make me feel really yucky. But I do deep sea research.
So you're better.
So
you're above the rules.
I feel better about it.
Okay.
Because I have nothing to do with bombs. I don't do anything that harms people. The worst thing I do is pick up things off the bottom of the ocean that probably wanted to stay there.
What's the weirdest shit you've picked up off the bottom of the ocean?
A sponge.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob's weird cousin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Doodle Bob.
Yeah, I picked Doodle Bob up off the bottom.
You know
of
what?
the ocean.
Honestly, the rest of the ocean probably thanks you. It's like, get this
Yeah.
motherfucker out of here.
And then we gave him to the scientists, and they, I don't know, did whatever it is they do to their
They
creatures.
did horrific experiments. on
Honestly,
them.
chopped him up,
Russian-
distributed him
Wow.
to different labs so that
Released
they
it
could do
into our water
tests.
supply.
Russian sleep
Probably
experiment shit to this sponge.
not. Russian sleep experiment. Wow, I haven't heard of the Russian sleep experiment in years.
Is that where they kept people awake for a really long time?
It's a
And-
creepy
It's a
pasta.
creepypasta. It's not
It's
real.
Oh, it's not real.
No,
Oh,
it's
I
okay.
not.
thought it was real.
Oh boy.
They didn't do the Russian sleep experiment? That's not real?
That's not real.
That's what they do every day to me when I go home.
I've seen your house. It looks very restful.
That's because I was like, oh shit, I have people over, and I spent 4 hours making sure that everything was fine.
You spent
You know, there's
4
a word
hours?
for that. It's called scurry funging. When you like clean your house because you have company coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can't relate.
I know.
I just
So good. So good.
I'm just like, come over, and I'm usually like, it's not gonna be clean, and
Wow.
people are like, okay, and it's been fine. Sometimes when my girlfriend comes over, I'll try to like make sure that there's no like shit on the floor.
like
because you're prone to shitting on the
Well,
floor.
I have a cat, so like sometimes like the litter box. I'll try to clean the litter box. That's kind of it.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like her standards are very low because every time I'm like, I'm so sorry, my room is messy, she's like, really, this is nothing. I've dated other trans women and this is nothing. And I'm like, I guess trans women have messy rooms. I don't know if that's a true stereotype, but anyway, more about you, Molly.
I went to the dentist for the first time in 6 years.
6 years?
So
the Navy doesn't give you health insurance at all?
I'm not taking it, but I could.
Okay. So you have health insurance, you're just choosing not to use it.
Yeah. Because the dentist is scary.
The dentist is scary.
Yes.
Okay. You think the dentist is scary?
Yeah. But I went.
Okay.
So,
Congrats.
so you consider the dentist scarier than like a submarine?
Oh, absolutely.
So you'd rather be in a submarine miles underwater than be in a dentist?
Absolutely.
So would
Wow.
would this be ameliorated if the dentist set up shop in the submarine?
Yeah, what if they met you where you were at? Because then they would be on your turf.
They would be in my safe space, though. I don't know if I would invite them.
It would
there.
really soil your safe space
Yeah.
if the dentist was there.
Yeah.
Is your dentist mean or something?
No. He was really nice. He kept muttering that I had beautiful teeth.
Oh.
He definitely wants to steal your teeth.
I'm good.
Kept muttering? He
Kept
definitely-
muttering? If my dentist is muttering, I'm getting the fuck out of there.
I couldn't get his hands in my mouth.
Ah.
He's a
I
dentist.
bite down.
You're smarter than me. I just
You
waited
have
until
the
he let me go.
weapons.
And being afraid of the dentist, I don't actually, I wrote this question, I don't actually know anything about scurvy
Scurvy. Okay.
Oh yeah, tell us about scurvy.
And
Is that
how-
why you went to the dentist?
and how you personally avoid it, especially given that citrus is banned.
Citrus is banned.
Wow,
So
that's evil.
I avoid scurvy by being really cool.
This just in, all pirates throughout history are not cool
Uncool.
enough.
Yeah. We actually can have some citrus, but we just can't put it in the submarine.
It does seem odd that the one thing that prevents and cures scurvy is what is banned
From the submarine. Yeah,
It
no.
almost seems intentional.
We are trying to kill our pilots, I think.
Pilot, is that what you call someone who
Drives the
drives
submarine.
the submarine?
Yeah. We call it flying too. Because you're flying
Wow.
through the water column.
I would choose to call it zooming.
That's been corrupted since 2020. I feel like zooming now means something else.
What does it mean?
Video conferencing?
Being on a video
Oh.
conference.
I thought it was like some secret slang that I didn't know.
No, it's the most boring slang there is.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think submarines can reclaim it because I feel like Zoom is not as popular as it once was.
Speaking of the internet, what is your access to internet like on the boat? Are you online? Are you scrolling? Is it no service? What's your situation?
We get 3 gigs a day of internet.
Okay.
That's kind of a lot.
It's so much.
That's a lot. I
And
get
I don't
5 gigs a
use-
month.
But you have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, this is our Wi-Fi. Like we have 3 gigs of Wi-Fi. After, if you use all that, it's gone. There's nothing.
Wow.
So when you say we, you mean it's
Per
cumulatively?
person.
Oh,
Per
per
person.
person. Oh, damn.
That's 3
Good.
gigs. And honestly, it could be better, but we won't pay for it to make it better. It could be unlimited.
Wow.
But because we're publicly funded, we don't get unlimited internet.
Oh, publicly funded. So that's
NSF, Office of
interesting.
Naval Research. Those are tax dollars, baby.
Well, I'm really curious how the recent political environment has potentially impacted your. Or
On
can we
account
not
of,
discuss that? You're making
We're not going to discuss that because
Okay.
I do not have all of the information, and I don't have all the information, and I would
Okay.
rather not touch that.
That's totally fine. I love how you're totally willing to talk about Tubby, Custard,
Yeah.
and the Titanic
Well,
and
I
your
have
drinking
all of the
problem.
information there, okay? I know what I did wrong, okay?
Okay, you're owning up to it.
Yeah.
You never owned up to it before in the over 100 years since, but
Well,
Now it's
I mean,
time.
privately, but I've
Okay.
never really been given a public platform.
this is your chance.
This is my chance.
To own up to your horrible, horrible mistakes.
My drinking problem.
And your drinking problem.
And
depression.
And, yeah, my depression and my
your
drinking
mistakes,
problem.
including depression. And I'm probably going to leave this explanation in. I wrote this joke at 11:30 p.m. last night, and I sent this to one of my friends, and I said, am I cooking, or do I need to go to sleep? It's time.
It's time.
One of the most famous stories of someone in the sea is the Odyssey. And for those who don't know, one of the most iconic scenes is Odysseus having all of his crew plug their ears up with wax to avoid being lured by the sirens. Odysseus, however, is curious about what their call will sound like for him. He has his crew tie him to the mast of the ship. In traditional analysis, this is interpreted as the manifestation of Odysseus' bravery and curiosity. I posit that this is a demonstration of class privilege. Odysseus is only able to do this because his crew does not. The sirens manifest as what would be the most appealing to their listeners, so in a way, Odysseus is experiencing self-discovery, which would only be afforded to him by virtue of his class and rank. What do you think about this? How would you ensure equity and access to siren knowledge?
I want to be clear that I had no part in that.
So, I think that it is definitely him being selfish and wanting to hear it because he's the specialist boy on the ship, and he gets to be the specialist boy on the ship because he. Am I not talking loud enough about
Just a
how
little.
Odysseus is the specialist boy on the ship?
Well, he is the main character.
He is the main character, and he also
So-
kills a bunch of people later,
He does, yeah. No, he.
which we're also supposed
Shout
to
out
like.
the epic musical, by the way. Such a good.
It's a musical?
The Odyssey?
Someone has written a musical about the Odyssey.
Someone
yes.
has,
Wow.
and it slaps.
Yeah.
Someone has written
Tell
a
me
musical
when a
about
man
everything.
becomes a monster.
Is that like the title track?
That's a song that goes hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it later.
Yeah, but equity in siren like songs, people hearing them. I wonder. So we don't really know. We could begin by recording the sound of a siren song and see if it sounds different for each person. And then there's your easy answer.
Yeah.
Well,
We
but you
record a
want
couple
it-
siren songs and then we make them available widely.
So you want it out there. You don't think it could get misused in advertising or
Oh,
things like that?
I didn't even see. I have removed ads from my existence so
Wow.
thoroughly.
Yeah, no, they're
That's
real
cool.
in here.
Yeah,
How
but-
have you done that?
I run a pie hole. I have 2 ad blockers on my browser. I only access the internet on a browser, either from
Brave?
my phone or what's it called, my laptop.
Brave is just reskinned Chrome again.
I
You wanna
use Mozilla Firefox.
Yeah.
I do use Firefox, but I also use Brave because it blocks ads on YouTube. But on my
Oh,
phone,
you
I
can
have
get
a separate
extensions
ad.
on Mozilla that block ads on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are the boards of your ship being gradually replaced, one by one? Are you fed up with the personal identity questions that this may induce? Well, look no further than Theseus's problem solving. Just pick up the phone and dial 123-456-7890. where our trusted philosophical advisors will confidently assure you that it's the same damn boat. We promise. Theseus is problem solving. It's the same damn boat. And that's a promise.
I have beef with the FDA.
FDA. Okay,
Yeah.
tell us more. Is it because of raw milk?
It is because of raw milk.
She's pro raw milk.
That is not true.
Well, I feel like now being anti-raw milk is actually against the FDA.
Exactly.
So, well, I feel like I'm not pro or anti-raw milk.
You should be anti-raw milk.
I've had raw milk. I used to drink it every day. I don't think most people should drink it. I think
No.
pasteurization is great,
Pasteurization saves lives.
but I also think that if you live on a farm, you should be able to drink raw milk if you want to. But
Sure.
otherwise, you probably should be drinking pasteurized milk, and it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. If you want to drink raw milk, that's fine. I honestly,
Unless it's like you're feeding it to your child. And that, I feel like that's too far because you can get botulism.
You
pretty
can get
easily
botulism.
from that. Yeah.
like, if you want to drink raw milk, that is your own situation. Milk that is being sold for profit should be pasteurized.
Pasteurization is awesome. It's just heating it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what's so funny is I recently saw something on raw milk that is like, we should all have raw milk and then just boil it at home. And I'm like, so you mean pasteurizing?
I think that might be people who are anti-raw milk trying to save lives.
Oh, so they're trying to infiltrate
Yeah.
and be like, okay, everyone, let's get raw milk and then boil it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're infiltrating the raw milk community.
Because if people
Wow.
are home pasteurizing, that's good enough.
Yeah, that is better.
It's better than none.
Yeah.
Plus, I do have a take that milk tastes bad, smells bad, and is bad.
Agree.
Wow.
I
agree.
Hard disagree. I
That's
could
fine.
not disagree more.
Um,
By the way, have you seen my tattoo?
of a cow. I did
Of
see
a
it. I thought it
cow?
was really cute.
Moo, you think I'm joking with this?
No, I don't
you think
think
I
you're
got this
joking.
permanently on my
I
body
think
because
you're
I'm
wrong,
joking?
but I don't think you're joking.
Listen.
Have you seen a mermaid?
Of course, I've seen a mermaid.
Okay, tell us more. A real mermaid?
Of course.
Or one of those gay people wearing tails?
Well, I've seen that too,
Okay.
but a real mermaid is.
And so you're assuming that the real mermaid must be heterosexual?
Well, I'm not saying that all mermaids are heterosexual, but what I am saying is that all humans who put on mermaid tails and pretend to be mermaids are gay. And I stand by that
You're going to get a
stance.
lot of moms of 9 to 13-year-old girls.
You're dramatically overestimating our listenership.
Wow.
There's no way those people are listening right now.
All right.
Or ever.
The only
Wow.
mom who might listen is mine.
Aw, cute. But yeah, we've seen real mermaids. Don't know if they were gay or not, but we have this aft-facing camera.
And what is an aft?
The boat terms. You get the bow and the stern.
Front and
The
back.
bow, yeah, front and back. Things that are towards the front are forward or fore, and things that are back are aft. And so we have an aft-looking camera.
Got it.
We have
So
a camera that
why
looks backwards.
can't you just say front and back like normal people?
Because boats are wild. Boats feel so important, and they need special words. And you just sort of learn the words by being on a boat, and then you just use them because they're fun.
I feel like this is very similar. You were a theater kid to like stage left and stage right.
Oh,
of,
yeah.
Like,
It-
unique
we can't-
orientation
that's true.
preserving.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that's
makes
actually
sense.
very true. If you turn around and someone tells you to take a right, and what they meant was like go to the starboard
Starboard.
side, that would actually be a left.
Okay.
So it maintains your orientation within a boat. And
Interesting.
technically, the submarine is a boat.
So wait, tell us about the mermaids.
Sorry. So we have an aft camera, and we have seen on the aft camera mermaids swimming away.
Really?
Yeah, when
Were
we
their
turn it
titties
on.
out, or did they have titties?
I'm gonna preserve their modesty and
Okay.
give you a non-verbal answer to that.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, we got a very, very descriptive indication.
Facial indication
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
titty situation.
It
Yeah.
was very, very descriptive. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, good,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad. And we have to cut that footage.
Cut
when,
the footage.
when we get it.
This is like the Alien cover up.
Exactly. This is
10
exactly.
years.
So
Yeah, we
they're not
definitely-
covered up, but you're covering them up.
Yeah, we're definitely leaving them to pee down there. I probably shouldn't have mentioned it, but it'll be okay.
I feel like that's good though because I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Tom Hanks movie with Daryl Hannah,
Big?
Splash,
Splash.
where they take her and they do experiments
Yes,
on her.
yeah,
I feel like that would definitely
We're
happen,
definitely friends of the ocean creatures,
except for the sponges.
except for the sponges and the starfish.
Oh,
Yeah, and anything we can get our grubby little manipulators on.
except the mermaids.
Manipulators is such a nasty word in that context.
Well, that's what we call them. We shorten it to Manips.
Is that really what you call it?
Yeah.
My nips?
No, Manips. But
My
like,
nips.
but like,
My
yeah,
nippies.
I guess so. Yeah, in the morning when we do our deck testing of the Manips, we yell running Manips.
I love that.
Yeah.
I say that when I screen my OnlyFans videos. I call it running my nips.
That's really,
You know?
really cool, actually.
I don't have an OnlyFans, to be clear.
You could.
Well, I was thinking of starting one, but then I realized that most of the job is social media marketing, and I,
Yeah.
only have Tumblr as
Yeah,
my social
relatable,
media.
relatable.
So.
Not a good place to be doing NSFW stuff, especially if you're trans at the moment.
Yes.
That's true,
In
yeah.
fact, the worst place. Don't we have a question about Tumblr?
Yeah, that being said, we are extremely Tumblr positive on this podcast.
Oh, absolutely.
The one organization we don't have beef with is Tumblr.
We
Good,
do
good.
have beef
We
with
have
their
beef.
CEO.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, but not the people on it.
And
Well, some of the people.
I know you're on Tumblr.
I am, yeah.
How do you feel like that's changed your life? Is it a positive or a negative influence on your life?
That's a really good question. I'm gonna say positive. Tumblr has not put its fingers into me. Like, I used to have Instagram.
And it put its fingers into you.
I had to get
How
rid
many?
of Instagram. 6 or 7.
6 or 7?
That's a whole hand and some other.
That's a whole hand and some change.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I was-
Okay.
yeah.
Whoa. You were like
Yeah.
a puppet.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I had to get rid of it. But Tumblr's never done that to me.
I had to get rid of Instagram for
Yeah.
similar reasons. Yeah.
And how about the TV show Supernatural? Would you say that has had a positive or a negative influence on your life?
I think we're still sussing that out.
And many years later, still trying to
Still
decide.
trying to decide if that was a good thing that I definitely was obsessed with that show, or if it was a bad thing that I was definitely obsessed with that show.
I have never seen a single episode of that
Honestly,
show.
not
But I
missing
know
much.
a lot about it.
Good, yeah.
Because of Tumblr.
Of course, yeah. It's that's
Super
like
hell.
one of the native languages of Tumblr.
Yeah, I
is
feel like
Supernatural.
I could have an entire conversation with someone about Supernatural without revealing that I've never seen it before.
Good
Same.
for you.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
Follow-up question.
Absolutely.
Since we've talked about Supernatural, would you say that the fanfiction Twist and Shout has had a positive or a negative
What?
influence on your life?
Oh my god. I haven't thought about Twister Shout in like fucking years.
Every
What?
couple years, I get a message saying I should reread Twist and Shout. And for those who don't know, it's a supernatural fan fiction about one of either Dean or Cass dying very
Okay.
tragically, and it's very long. And it's basically original work.
It's beautifully written.
Wow.
It's honestly, I would say it has a positive impact on my life. It was a beautifully written
It's
story.
actually well written.
It was gorgeously written.
Wow.
There's a lot of extraordinarily explicit gay sex scenes.
Okay.
It is truly really well written. And like, had it not been Dean and Cass, still would have been a good story.
Wow, so it could have been about anyone.
It really could have been about anyone.
What fan fiction have you written?
Have I written fan fiction? Yes.
I have two.
Elaborate.
I briefly wanted to get better at writing. I
And
dropped
then
that
now
thank
you
God.
don't want to. You hate writing.
Now I do that in a different way.
Okay.
So I set up an account that was just like a takes requests fan fiction account.
Wow.
I got a lot of
Any fandom?
any fandom. I didn't have to know
Whoa.
anything about it. I was gonna go for it.
That's awesome.
That's confidence.
That's ballsy.
And I wrote some that people really liked about shit I had never fucking heard of.
What was your favorite fandom that you wrote for that you'd never heard of?
The Vampire Diaries. I somehow, not knowing anything, nailed it.
I feel like you get the vibe of
You get the,
vampire.
yeah, they're
It's
vampires.
like Twilight,
Yeah,
but a little
it's-
more edgy.
I know what a vampire is. I know what a werewolf is. Like, I got this.
And you know what a diary is.
I know what a diary is. Exactly.
You
so
got
I did
it.
that.
Do you
It
think
was-
it made you better at writing?
Probably because I just wrote more.
Yeah.
And I had to be descriptive. And I had to try and characterize these people.
People cared.
It probably still exists.
Okay.
But I did eventually abandon it.
And you said you've written fan fiction.
Written
before.
a
Yeah.
lot of fan fiction.
A lot.
Yeah.
How much is a lot?
Well, most of it I never ended up publishing, and it was very much just like, I'm obsessed with this movie that I will, under threat of extreme violence, never name.
Oh,
And
I'm
I think
gonna
you know
have...
Can we
which
guess what it is?
I know what movie it is.
You know what movie
Is it
is.
Teletubbies Unleashed?
No, you are not allowed to guess.
I'm not allowed to guess.
I bet you could guess it too,
I
because you know
definitely could.
you know them
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah.
I would like to guess. Is it The Shining?
No. I've
Is
never
it
seen
The
Shining.
Titanic? You've also probably never.
I've never
it.
seen Titanic.
Oh, you should fix that.
Yeah, I'm trying to rent out a movie theater soon to screen The Titanic, so I could
Oh.
invite you guys. Well, you'll be in France, but
There's not a chance in hell you're going to guess it. I say this very confidently.
okay.
I feel like you probably could.
I probably could.
We
If
haven't
you-
seen that many
The problem
movies.
is I don't know movies.
If you think really hard about what I was really into in high school, you could probably get it.
What was Em really into in high school?
Yeah,
I'm
let's
so curious. Let's explore.
I can tell you. Doctor Who,
Yep.
The Good Place.
Yep.
I love The Good Place. Wait.
How I Met Your Mother.
Not really in high school. That was
That was
actually
more
a
of a middle school thing.
Yeah.
You're right. I
Okay.
did the same. That's how I know, because I'm also guilty of that crime.
We had several slot bets going, and I don't think we ever resolved any of them.
I don't even
And-
remember what they were,
And
now I'm
now's the
scared.
time I'm just gonna backhand you. We gotta get the nice clean.
Oh!
I have written fan fiction before, but I will not disclose what type of fan fiction
That's
because
fine.
it is extremely inappropriate.
Good.
I feel like we've barely asked you anything about Submarines, so sorry.
That's okay. I mean, I talk about them all the time.
Is there anything that you'd like our listeners to know about Submarines or your work or anything like really fun you'd like to share?
I mean, my coworkers are wonderful people. I get to work with some really wonderful people.
Dox them right now.
No.
Yeah, names,
No.
addresses, social security.
Fan fiction they've written.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harold Gwaffinson of Maine, fucking Kennebunkport, Maine.
Shout
Yeah.
out
Yeah,
to Kennebunkport, Maine.
Yeah, Harold has written a lot of fan fiction for the SpongeBob SquarePants series.
That's awkward.
Patrick X. Squidward, actually.
Patrick X. Squidward.
I know.
Oh, with Squidward being the top, I assume.
No.
Whoa,
Because
okay.
when you go down, you're in charge. Patrick's going down.
He's
I
going
can
down
imagine
for
it would-
real.
I can imagine it would be like an escape or like a detachment thing, like for Squidward, because I feel like he normally
He's always
wants
more
to
of
be
a
in
dominant
charge.
personality.
Yeah,
he really
absolutely.
needs like a break, and I feel like maybe Patrick like brings him out of his serious adult life
Absolutely.
and gives him like an escape.
Exactly.
The lost art of talking about TV shows you've never seen. I've never seen a single episode of SpongeBob.
I can't relate to you.
I also
Sorry,
cannot relate.
I don't know who you are.
But that's okay.
We don't share a cultural language. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I watch SpongeBob frequently now.
That checks out. You seem like the type of person.
I
who would
seem
do
like
that.
a casual SpongeBob watcher, but I really like seasons 1 and 2. I feel like that's where I kind of hover.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Those are good seasons. Another thing about the sub, very oily.
What is with the oil? You keep bringing up oil.
I mean,
Why is it so oily?
So inside, so we have the sphere. People go in there. Not oily. Very important that it's not oily. Outside, oil is used as a pressure compensation method.
Lubed up.
No.
No, opposite.
In fact, we would prefer it stay where we put it and not come out.
Subsequent questions. How are you different than BP?
How are we doing the BP?
Introducing oil into the ocean.
Well, one,
How
we
dare
try not
you.
to. Like, first and foremost, we actually give a shit if we do or not. Second, it's like mineral oil. It's mineral oil, something that, we have our hydraulic fluid is a marine hydraulic fluid, non-toxic to the environment.
Marine hydraulic fluid, that's water.
So, okay, most hydraulic fluids are oil.
Okay.
Most hydraulic fluids are like a 7 centistoke oil. That's a measure of viscosity, by the way, sorry. So we try to keep it all in place. So we have 3 types of oil. We've got bray, we've got carnation, that's our mineral oil, and we have hydraulic oil.
And do you just like shard it out, or is it?
So we try to keep it inside.
Oh, it's
Really-
inside the submarine.
So this is where submarines get weird. We have a sphere.
Okay.
People go in there. The rest of it is outside of the sphere. And things like we have hull penetrations for
You're hole penetrating your sub, got it?
Yep.
6 fingers.
16.
Whoa.
We have 16 hole penetrations for bringing electricity in and like data in from our exterior sensors and our batteries. But like everything else just sort of gets wet. Like we have a
Right.
couple more 1 atmosphere pressure housings that we have like sensitive electronics in. But like most of the stuff is just wet. Got some junction boxes for electronic stuff, and that's what's filled with oil.
Oh, because oil doesn't conduct like water does.
Yeah, exactly. Oil doesn't conduct like water does. And then we have bladders full of oil, extra oil. So as we go down, it gets squeezed.
Whoa.
And so the pressure inside the oil-filled box is the same as outside, and so no one's trying to go anywhere because we've got equilibrium.
So what would happen if you brought an orange on board? Would people freak out and an alarm goes off? And...
Honestly, it would probably be fine.
Okay.
So
But we don't take chances.
why don't you want oil inside?
We have 12 oxygen cylinders, which provide us with a breathable atmosphere. We vent 1 to 2 of those per like mission. We call them missions. That's our dive day, and that's a lot of oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's certified to Mill Standard 1330E to
Hot.
be oxygen clean because oxygen makes things very flammable. And so oil, already very flammable. Put it next to oxygen, which makes things even more flammable. We don't like that.
What do people normally eat? Because you said like 8-hour days.
Crackers.
You know what it is? Peanut butter and jellies.
Really?
That's one of the things we send people down with.
But peanut butter
and jelly
is
sandwich.
very oily.
Look, I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
Okay.
Would peanut butter and orange marmalade be acceptable?
Probably.
That sounds
Because
good.
so the orange peels is the problem. We
Oh,
will
yeah.
send peeled oranges down, but have you ever taken an orange peel and held it up to a lighter and like
Oh, yeah.
folded it? So try that.
Okay.
It will express oil from its skin, and that oil will just catch on fire.
Wow.
So it's very flammable. So we don't do orange.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
The other questions I have are all Moby Dick related.
I don't know anything
I
about Moby
did
Dick,
not
but
approve
hippie.
that.
I sent you these and you said great.
Okay, that doesn't mean I read it.
Fascinating.
Okay. Would you consider yourself more of an Ishmael or an Ahab?
You're going to need to tell me about Ishmael and Ahab. I have not read Moby Dick. I have
haven't
read
either.
Into the Heart of the Sea.
I haven't either.
Call me Ishmael.
The only things I know about Moby Dick are the things that Will has told me.
Okay, relay those to me.
It's about whales.
Good.
He's looking for one.
Good.
Yep.
The white whale, right?
Yep. It's about sort of about like class in a way.
Okay.
Is it? Moby Dick's about class?
It's about everything.
It's about obsession and
It's a really
addiction.
long.
It's also that, but then there's also side tangents that are about like the science of the situation, and a lot of it is informed by like the working class perception of the sailors on the ship. So to the sailors, whales are fish because they're just treated like any other fish.
It's like a resource.
Mhm. And so it's an example of the conflict between like elite scientist and working class situations. Because like there's Captain Ahab who's on his quest for the white whale, and then there's Ishmael, who I think is just like a normal guy.
He's just hanging out.
He's just hanging out.
He's along for the ride.
Yeah, exactly.
He's trying to earn his keep. That's what I got from the Spark Notes, at least.
All right,
I
cool.
didn't actually read it.
That's fine. I didn't read it either. I read it Into the Heart of the Sea,
Gross.
which is like the true
Heart of
story
the
it's based on.
Sea.
It's so dense and bad.
It's so bad. Into the Heart of the Sea. This is a hate post for Into the Heart of the Sea.
Honestly,
And more
yeah.
more beef. What about that? Okay, it's a book, but also a play. I think
Ooh.
20,000 Leagues, 40,000
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
That's by
100,000 Leagues.
That's
by
Jules Verne.
Jules Verne.
Yeah,
That's why I think
that's Jules Verne.
That's where that joke came from.
Okay, I was like, what? Okay.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
I didn't read it because I have not read it because I don't need to read it.
I feel like it's
'Cause I already know.
clickbait because I thought 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea meant they went 20,000 leagues
Nope.
down.
It's about how far they travel once
Yeah.
they're
That's
under
bullshit.
the sea. Because
Right,
the sea
right.
is not
We-
20,000 leagues
Yeah,
deep.
we actually only do about 2 kilometers of travel.
How many?
under the
How
sea.
far is a league?
A league? That's a great question.
They don't use them anymore.
We don't use those anymore. No.
Damn.
We actually use kilometers. We're with the metric system because
Good.
we work with scientists. We work with real people known as
Wow.
scientists who use the metric system.
And you say kilometers, not kilometers.
I say kilometers. Yeah.
Great.
kilometers.
Kilometers.
Who is saying
Kilometers?
kilometers?
People from the Midwest.
So
Are pe-
roasting
that's
you.
insane.
I'm gonna roast you for that.
Do they also like? Okay.
Yeah, that's just wrong.
Okay.
It's incorrect.
That's fine.
I feel like
I think
aluminium
Ishmael.
is also incorrect.
Aluminium? Yeah, that is also incorrect.
Yeah, because there's not. That's how they say it in Britain.
Britain. I think
British.
Britain is also wrong.
But N?
That's how they say it, and it's just wrong. Look at how it's spelled. You're adding an extra I that isn't there.
Well, in their spelling, there is an I there. That's the
incorrect.
whole deal. Is they
No.
spell it with an
I
I.
disagree.
Interesting. Wrong. I think I'm Ishmael because I know nothing and I don't think I'm obsessed with catching a whale.
You're just like a grunt worker.
Sometimes. Yeah. And I like that. I like knowing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
You like being a cog in the machine, just following orders.
Just following orders,
You
working for the
know.
Navy.
Yeah, I love
Ah! Okay. Like I said, we don't actually work for like the Navy part of the Navy. We're doing research.
So you work for the non-Navy part of the Navy.
Exactly.
Understood.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ishmael because I am not obsessed with catching a whale. I'm
I
just
would have
kinda
picked you
there
for
to
an
do my
Ahab.
thing.
I don't
Oh,
know.
wow,
Because
okay.
Ahab is a scientist, and you've claimed to be. Well, no, you've claimed
No,
to be an engineer.
I'm an engineer, not a
That's
scientist.
different from a
Yeah,
scientist.
That's different. And really, what
Could
I
see
do at
that.
work is I'm a technician.
And for those of us locked in the ivory tower, what's the difference?
Between an
Like a-
engineer and a technician.
Yeah.
An engineer would be someone who does like design work. When we do changes to the sub, they like do those changes and they get those changes approved and like they go through a review process for those changes. And what I do is take the sub as it is and fix the problems and do maintenance.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. We've discovered that depression is a choice.
Depression is a choice. Raw milk is awesome.
No, milk tastes bad, smells bad, is bad.
True.
Disagree.
Seconded. That's
Wrong.
the official. That's the official good sports stance.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's
I
2/3
veto
of the
that.
audience.
Are you a milk with dinner adult?
I'm not, but my
No.
best friend in the world is.
They're wrong.
And I respect her as a person, even though she's wrong. I don't drink milk on its own, but I do add it to stuff.
Okay,
Like cereal,
I have a question.
coffee.
what's your alternative milk of choice?
I really hate oat milk. I will
Correct.
take almond milk every day of the week.
Incorrect, but that's okay.
I
What is
don't
going
like
on right
soy
now?
milk.
You don't like
I
soy
hate
milk?
the taste.
Soy
If
milk
I
is
taste,
the best.
if I taste it in something, I will spit it out and throw it in the garbage.
Oh my god.
I don't like soy milk. It just has like a weird aftertaste to me, and almond milk to me tastes like almost nothing.
Almond milk is bitter.
Really?
Yes.
A
I
little
can't taste it at all. It tastes like white liquid.
I'm a big fan of rice milk.
Rice milk is good.
Oh, okay. I like rice milk.
Rice
Flex.
milk makes the best ice cream. I, again, recently went to the dentist after 6 years of not going to the dentist.
How did that go?
No cavities, beautiful teeth.
Wow.
Yeah, because I floss.
Oh, or it's genetic. A lot
Nah,
of being
man.
prone to cavities is
It's
genetic.
very
It is very genetic. My family is prone to cavities.
Oh shit! So you're really on it with you floss every
I
day.
floss daily.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's impressive. I don't know anyone who flosses daily.
I floss
Now you do.
I floss daily in the month leading up to my dentist appointments.
That counts too. That counts too.
At least it's better than not flossing at all. And I
Yeah.
also was told that a water pick is not good
not the
enough.
same.
It's not good
And
enough, yeah.
I don't believe that either, but I stopped using the water pick because it sprays fucking everywhere. I'm like, what
yeah.
is this thing?
Sounds unpleasant to me.
Yeah, no, if someone was nearby, they'd be in the fucking splash zone. I'm like, like everywhere.
God.
It's crazy.
You gotta do it in your bathtub.
I don't have a bathtub. I have a walk-in shower.
Well, you gotta do it in your walk-in
Wow.
shower.
Controversial opinion. I love brushing my teeth in the shower.
I do too.
Okay, not controversial opinion.
Mhm.
That has never occurred to me.
I actually keep a toothbrush in my shower, but
Oh,
I
shit.
also have an electric toothbrush that I use when I'm not in the shower.
This has
Wow.
never occurred to me in my more than 2 decades of life
Mm-hmm.
Really?
to brush my teeth in the shower.
Dude,
Well,
the
it
shower
gets
is
shit all
a-
over my face, and then it just rinses
Yeah.
off.
Brushing your teeth is a dirty activity.
Yeah, I
How
get
are
it
you all
everywhere.
brushing your teeth?
It gets everywhere.
With
like it drips
aggression.
on my shirt. Like
You can
Yeah.
spit it out before it gets to that point.
No, because then you lose all that good brushing.
That's all the
stuff.
toothpaste.
That's the
You
toothpaste.
put more toothpaste on.
no. You're wasting so much toothpaste.
Okay.
You do a little bit less. You do like half of what you would normally do. You do the top for toothpaste, and you do the other half of your toothpaste.
You put more
dose.
toothpaste on halfway
So as the
through?
person
Yeah.
with no cavities after 6 years of not going to the
We have
dentist,
an expert here.
I think that I'm correct.
I also have no cavities.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone should have an electric toothbrush, and we should ban non-electric toothbrushes
No.
because electric toothbrushes are 1,000 times better at cleaning your teeth.
I think that you underestimate my ability to vibrate my toothbrush.
You're like,
No, I really am. People think that I
You provide the electric to the electric tooth. to the
actually get
regular
made
toothbrush.
fun of.
Oh, because you brush your teeth with other people around.
Yeah. So
Oh, they're
when-
all watching
Yeah,
you.
when I live on the ship, I have a roommate, and multiple roommates that I've had say I brush my teeth for an insanely long amount of time.
Honestly, you're probably brushing for 2 minutes, and they're probably like, "Wow, that's a long time."
I don't know. I definitely get lost in it. When I get
Yeah.
high, which I do sometimes, not on the ship though.
I feel like getting high has made me want to brush my teeth way more because I
will
enjoy
brush my
it.
teeth for 10 minutes while I'm high.
I will say I love the feeling of brushing my teeth when I'm high. When I'm
Mhm.
not high, hate it, won't do it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds like you need to get high every morning and every night.
I get high every day because
Good
of
for
my
you.
chronic pain. So
Oh
it's
my
been
God.
actually really good for my dental hygiene and my pain.
Look at that.
Look at me,
Look at you
thriving.
go.
All right, y'all. Thanks to the BPL library. That was.
The BPL library is
The
like
B-
an ATM machine.
I know. That's why.
True.
Okay, let me start over.
Thank you to the Boston Public Library for letting us use the InnoLab
For free.
For free with our library card. Everyone should have a library card.
If you don't have a library card, fuck you.
If you live in the state of Massachusetts, you can get a Boston Public Library card even if you're not a Boston
For
registered
free.
I'm
resident.
gonna do that today. Actually.
And if you live in a surrounding state and you work in Boston,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can also get a free library card. I don't know why we're always promoting the library so
Because
hard on
we're-
this podcast.
because
We're
correct.
correct, yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I'm just like, they have meeting rooms, they have space here, they have a fountain,
They
you
have
can,
books.
they have air conditioning.
There's a pretty good chance that, I'm not 100% on this, but I think you can, even if you don't want to schlep into Boston, you might be able to get them to mail you holds.
Mail you what?
Like, if you put a hold on a book,
Oh
they might be able
yes,
to
they
mail you
can
the
mail
book.
it to your local library for
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
So if there's a book that your library in New England doesn't have, you can probably get BPL to mail it to you
Absolutely.
if you ask them nicely.
Yep. This is a plug for your local library.
Yeah.
They also might give you access to audiobook apps for free.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like most do.
Oh, most
For
definitely.
sure.
do. Sharing is caring, and
It's
libraries are
not-
built to share.
All right, this has been a plug for the library.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll do the rest of the outro. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you to Molly for being a good sport.
Thank you for being good sports back. Really and truly.
Yeah, well, we started it.
Yeah.
And this has been our podcast. Once again, we are not talking about sports. We never will talk about sports. But even if you thought this was a sports podcast, you should listen because you might learn something about literally whatever. All right, bye.
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 Good Sports Podcast, where everything is gonna be alright. Thank you for listening to Good Sports Podcast. I've been Hayes.
And I've been M, and this has continued to not be a sports podcast. Remember to follow us on Tumblr at goodsportspodcast.tumblr.com.
Our asks are open, so drop your opinions and you may be featured on a future episode.
Our podcast art was done by Ellis. You can follow them on Instagram at digitalfuture.cat.
Love us, hate us, let us know by leaving a review and rating us 5 stars on your podcast app of choice.
And remember to always be a good sport.